My mother and sister, she's such a nice person. No, I know. No, but you know, Austria has a really good foreign exchange policy because we keep the good thing in the country and ship out the bad. Yeah, we shipped Hitler to Germany, Arnold Schwarzenegger to the States, and now I am here. I think Austria is safe now. No, I'm a good person. The only bad thing about me is that I constantly confuse left and right. Do you have these confusions left and right? Yeah? Yeah, very dangerous while driving, or also in political discussions. No, but I've been living in London. I moved to London 3 years ago. But London is quite a really weird city for me, because I think sometimes you really don't really mean what you say. You know, for example, when I ask you, how are you? Everyone always says, good, right? No matter how bad you feel. So I was wondering, how does therapy here look like? No, how are you? Good, brilliant. That will be 75 pounds, please. And then I was walking on the street today and I saw a sign and it said full body massage. So I thought, great, I walked in, but all they used were their hands. Right? He got me. He knows what I mean. And then also in some pubs, on the toilet you see a sign and it says baby changing facilities. In Austria we call it adoption. And we don't do it on the toilet. Exactly. I live in London now, but I try to travel a little bit. So I went to Cardiff. Have you been to Cardiff? Cardiff, anyone? No, Cardiff. Cardiff, they have a castle in Cardiff, and this is it. No, there's nothing more. No, they have something more. They have a hop-on, hop-off bus. You hop on in front of the castle, you go around the castle, and you hop off in front of the castle. 11 pounds. I was laughing too. But then I have to pay. No. But then they also have the Doctor Who museum. You know Doctor Who? Yeah. Why do you call him Doctor Who then? English language, I don't understand. No, I also went to Bristol. They have a huge aquarium in Bristol. Yeah, I ate a fish sandwich there. Really fresh. and then here are some more fish. I'm vegetarian. I know. But I then went to Cambridge. I go to a festival. So you go to festivals? Yeah. I went to Cambridge to the Secret Garden Festival. Did you know the Secret Garden? No? It's so secret, nobody knows it. But they had dogs in the entrance, and I was like, oh, cute. And the police officer said, they're drug dogs. And I was like, oh, wow, what does he take? But they told me, the police officer told me, people at festivals, they put like drugs up their butt. You know, in Austria, we snort it up our nose. What's up with you guys? I don't understand. So, but what do you know about Austria? Do you know anything about Austria?
Sound of Music.
Sound of Music? Yeah. Do you know Sound of Music? Oh, no. No, do you know Sound of Music?
Yeah.
Everyone knows it?
Yeah.
Nobody in Austria knows that movie. I had to Google it because I didn't know what people want from me. Yeah, no, I finally watched, in Austria we have a movie, it's called Heidi. Yes. Yeah, Heidi, yeah. You like Heidi, I always watched Heidi. She lives in the Alps. She's not from Austria, she's from Switzerland. And she doesn't sing, she just yodels. But she's our Julie Andrews. But yeah, finally I watched the movie Sound of Music and I really like it. Julie Andrews, she wears clothes that are made out of curtains. Something in Austria never changed. And she plays the guitar without moving her left hand. I know. Sound of Music. No, and the main character, a fun trap, he works in the Austrian Navy. The Austrian Navy. Thank you. Austria is a landlocked country. We don't have a navy. American movies, American education. And you know, the family, they live in Salzburg and they flee over the Alps from the Nazis. If you flee from Salzburg over the Alps, you are in Germany. Sorry. Did you, talking about movies, did you ever watch like adult movies? Yeah, no. I never, one time I watched it, because I was a child and I went home from kindergarten and I found this videotape in my parents' bedroom. I thought it was a children's movie because it was called Heidi Teaches Yodeling. Very disturbing. Now I don't like Heidi anymore. When I see Heidi thinking what she's doing 20 years later with Peter and the goats. So, no more Heidi. Yeah, so on a different note. No, so my parents, they really support me. You know, at least my father's credit card does. He doesn't know that. But, you know, when I was a child, actually, I was able to copy his signature. That was the best thing I've ever learned from my mother. And my mother, she really likes me. But since I'm here, she Googles everything I'm doing. She's like, CSI Austria. But the thing is, she thinks she knows everything because she knows Google, but she doesn't know Facebook yet. Yeah. But you know, my grandmother is on Facebook. My grandmother, I had to unfriend her because I don't want to see her party photos. Heidi is nothing against that. But the thing about me is I am gay, not happy gay, but gay, like lesbian gay. But in Austria, not many people are out of the closet, you know. They're either in a closet or in the basement. Yeah. It's a very hidden country. I know. But when you come out, the first thing they ask you to do is therapy, you know. And I went to therapy, but I thought, how can you take your therapist seriously if you find out that his couch is from IKEA? I mean, at least he knows how to pull things together. At IKEA, there are always some screws loose. And you know, he told me he can heal my homosexuality because he gave me some tablets and he said, if I take it, then I will become straight. Unfortunately, I took the wrong tablets. I took the tablets for a gay man. Oh, that makes me love women even more. No, but my grandmother, she was really shocked when I came out because she's very conservative and religious. And she also asked these all forbidden questions. She said like, oh, but what are you doing in the bedroom? So I said, sleeping. But if you want to know something about sex, I can tell you what we are doing in the kitchen. Yeah. No, see, and then she said, homosexuality is unnatural. So I said to her, oh no, she said, homosexuality is not natural. So I said to her, neither is your artificial hip. But you still sleep with it. She now lights candles in church and prays to God that I find a white straight man. So in summer I came over with my girlfriend and I said, look grandma, there is no God. She said, I will get HIV because this is God's punishment for gay people. I said, no, God's punishment for gay people is the Pope. No, but it's funny, you know, when I come out, some people really, one guy, you know, sometimes people say like, one guy, when I came out, he said, oh, you don't look like a lesbian because you don't have short hair. So I said, I do have short hair, but not on my head. And then he said to me, oh my God, you and your girlfriend, you look so hot, you should have sex in front of the mirror. So I said, why should I have sex in front of a newspaper? And if it would be the Observer? No, but it is funny because some people, when you come out, they either want to participate in your sex life or they think it's a disease. You know, and I do think, you know, when people say to me homosexual is a disease, I think that would be great. Because I just could call in sick at work and say, sorry, still a lesbian. I don't have a job. So, but you know, I went to, my girlfriend is from the States, so I went to meet her mother in the States. And actually we want to whole travel, and we wanted to go to Las Vegas, you know, but Las Vegas is the country or the city of sex, drugs and rock and roll. So I left her at home. No, I took her with me. And in Las Vegas there are so many hotels. They are shaped like the Colosseum or like pyramids. We stayed in a hotel that was shaped like a youth hostel. and then we went to visit her mom, and her mom, she's a little bit conservative, and she was fine with us but doesn't really accept us, but she said like, you know, and I accept her because, you know, she is conservative and she has a gun. And then she said like, if you stay at my house you have to sleep in 2 different bedrooms, and I said to her, this is no problem for me as long as we can use the same kitchen. My name is Alice Frick. You have been